Hello. Hello, everyone. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Um, Doing much better today. No internet issues, which I think was the massive problem the last time I tried to go live and do a Q&A like this. So no issues today. So I'm hoping we're gonna have a fantastic Q&A session today. Welcome. Let me know in the chat how you are, where you're from, what you're drinking, all of that. I'd love to hear it. A quick note about Facebook. If you're chatting from Facebook, I might not see your username. It's kind of a thing. I would love to like mention your name and give you a shout out, but Facebook kind of is weird about the permissions. And unless you like do this whole thing, I don't see your username. So just something to be aware of that. There's my husband. Hey, I'm on live. What would you like? Bye. Oh, sorry. I didn't tell him today, in all honesty. So normally I kind of give him a heads up and be like, "Don't go out between such and such," and he'll know. But I did not do that today, so my bad. That's probably adding to his day. This morning we were all looking and looking and looking for his van keys for work, and tore everything apart for like 20 minutes. We were both looking. He losing it. He takes his regular truck to work, having to explain to everyone, okay, I'm gonna have to find my truck, my van keys, blah, 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 to get all the stuff I need for work. It was in his pocket the whole time. The poor man, he's having a very bad day. I'm sure that didn't help. But anyhow, that's enough about my day. Let's get into questions and answers. So if you have any questions at all, please pop them in. And I'm not looking at the comments yet, so that could be a problem. So let me open that. Let me just put that there as well. For a reminder, if you need help with anything and I'm not online, a good place to go is pipersfroomkids.com. That search bar is awesome. You can type in smells, rashes, all kinds of things, and you'll get an answer there. A little bit more reliable sometimes than it's actually research stuff versus hearsay from other groups and whatnot. Do your own thing. The group is also amazing. We have a fantastic excuse me, Facebook group, and we have amazing admins there who try to keep everything friendly and wonderful, and they succeed. The group is just an amazing group of people who are there to help you as well. All right, with all that jibber jabber out of the way, I don't see anything in the chat yet, so let me pop over to the group, just pick a question at random, and I don't mean to be like banging or anything in your ear. But let me see if I can grab a question from there. If I'm grabbing a question from just Facebook, it won't come up on the screen, and I won't mention any names because it is a private group, and we like to keep things private. People have stuff going on. They don't want people to know that they're in a cloth diaper group talking about diapers sometimes, and that's totally fine. So first question that pops up, this has probably been asked before, but if microfiber isn't supposed to touch the skin, why are pocket diapers lined with it? In fact, they are not lined with it. So a typical pocket diaper, grab a bunch here, will have something like this. This is micro suede. So if it's fuzzy, it's going to be micro fleece. If it's a little bit, how do I describe it? If you've had micro suede couches before, they were all created like 15 years ago. So a micro suede, kind of like soft, kind of like suede, but fake, obviously. So yeah, that's what's like. Sometimes you can get AWJ as a new thing now. It's athletic working jersey. So it's not microfiber at all. Microfiber is the stuff. So I don't know if you'll be able to see the difference. Let me kind of see if what you can see here. So this is a micro suede. So it's very kind of smooth versus a microfiber, which is very bumpy, and it's that fabric where if you put it on your skin kind of starts to feel icky. It's drying out your skin, pulling all the moisture from your skin, and that's why we don't put it up against baby's bum itself, because it's very drying. The way it's made, it will just suck all that moisture out of the skin and irritate it. So that's why we don't put it next to the skin. All the stuff that's lining the pocket diapers is not microfiber. So there you go. I hope that helps. All right. Well, let's go here. Somebody's asking, Facebook user again, sorry, I don't know your name. I know that people used to a spray pail or equivalent to clean the diapers, but can I use my utility sink outside? You can use whatever you like. There is no cloth diaper police. If you want to spray your diapers outside with a garden hose, you go spray your diapers outside with a garden hose. You do what you want to do. Just be careful if you're saying utility sink, but if you're using something made for outside, just make sure that the pressure is okay and you're not using a pressure washer to like blast a hole through your right. So use something gentle like a sprayer would be kind of like the max pressure that you would want. As long as the pressure's good and the water's getting it off, it does not matter what you do. You don't actually have to use a diaper sprayer too. I know the thing to have, and it's absolutely like once you have it, you won't not have it. But you don't actually need it. Like it's not a 100% must. So there are several ways that you can get the poop off the diapers. You can, the easiest way is just say it's all mess in here. You just grab the two ends like this so that it's the inside facing out, and you dunk it in the toilet and swoosh it around. Maybe flush it. Get that water twirling and whirling, and then the poop will come off like that. So it's called duck and swoosh. You can use things like liners. You can get fleece liners that microfleece. Fleece is a little bit easier to clean and a little bit easier to clean just a little strip like this than the whole crevassey diaper. But you can spray that off if you're using the microfleece, or toss it if you want to. Get disposable liners. They're, disposable diaper liners. It depends on what you're using them in and your baby really. They tend to bunch and crumple, so they're not always the best at cleaning up the mess for you, but they definitely help. Like they're not going to make it any harder. So, and those, make sure you don't flush those, but you just take those off and throw them in the trash, poop, and go. So there's lots of options. You can use that. Sorry, I forgot. You can use that like a spatula too, to just kind of like hold it up over the toilet and scrape the can off, screw the spatula in the toilet. There's that. Whatever you find easier. If you find it easier to use the utility sink outside, my dear, you go ahead. There is no diaper police. All right, I hope that helps. So let's pop over back to Facebook. Any recommendations for starting overnight cloth diapering? She's been in cloth for a few months now, but I've been using disposable at night without issue. So I'd like to try overnight. She sleeps at least 10 continuous hours a night on average. And she understand it. 1 second. No, tell me you didn't go away. Okay. Sorry. The only inserts in my collection are 6-layer bamboo. That's not bad. No microfiber of any sort. Great. My baby girl is 5 months old and sleeping 10 continuous hours. Congratulations. That's amazing. What can I add to my collection for overnight? I'm thinking a 4-layer bamboo as a booster or hemp. I'm not sure. So you're only at 5 months. I really, sorry, mosquitoes. Mosquito season is so bad here. I would really suggest getting something that's going to last you the entirety of your diapering time, and that really is going to be an overnight specific diaper. So what I'm talking about is she's only she's sleeping use hours 5 minutes. You're not saying anything about how much she's outputting, so I'm going to assume she's just like regular run of the mill. It's kind of like 3 options that you can do. So option number 1, and actually the least absorbent, but the most convenient. So if convenience is a factor for anything that I'm looking at these, is the Grovia ones. These guys are super, super, super thirsty. And here's all the absorbance you can get with them. So these are great for overnight. If you have a super heavy wetter, they won't hurt the mustard. But as far as like an all-in-one or a pocket diaper or that kind of style where the difficulty at the change table is not high, then this would be my recommendation. If you have dad doing it and dad's not on board, which is the most common thing I see when I say that, then this might be the way to go. Otherwise, the bulletproof solution is opening it all up crazy, is something like this. This is a hemp fitted diaper. So this is not waterproof on its own. You do need to use it under diaper cover, not a pocket cover because it won't be big enough usually. That lining kind of like restricts how much you can put in there. But like a regular shiny on the inside, let's see what you're seeing here. Let me pop up that window. Shiny on the inside diaper cover over a hemp fitted diaper. This will definitely last you the longest. They are on the pricey side. You know, one can cost you between $20 and $30. You only need enough for nighttime, like maybe two, so you can wash in between, and it's gonna last you until baby is well into their. They should be overnight training is difficult, so I won't say that. They should be ready for potty training. They should at least be potty training through the day by the time these bad boys won't work. If you have a super crazy heavy wetter, this is still what you're gonna use, but you're gonna put it under a wool cover. And I'm talking like your baby is just off the charts heavy wetter. That is what's gonna be the bulletproof solution. Either way, it starts with a hemp fitted diaper. That's my number one recommendation. If that's a little bit too much for you right now, you do have some bamboo boosters, it was sounding like, or bamboo inserts rather. So what you can do if you know price is a concern, which I get it, is you can do a kind of hack with some cheap pre-fold diapers. So what you're gonna do is actually you have inserts. One second. So you're going to make yourself kind of a fitted diaper out of a pre-fold diaper. So you kind of fold it up into three, then you open these, and then baby's gonna sit in here, and you're gonna throw it up and kind of wrap it around baby again under a diaper cover. And you're gonna use those bamboo boosters inside of that. So you're gonna put your inserts inside, tuck the middle in, put baby on it, wrap the outside all the way around baby's waist and baby's bum, and make yourself basically something the same shape as a fitted diaper. I have instructions on all of this and everything, including videos on the website. Let me grab that link for everyone. Going to the website, searching over. Just because pocket diapers won't usually cut it past most kids, like 8 or 9 months is like you're done with pocket diapers. They won't hold enough inside. This is only for overnight. For daytime, most kids can get with a good insert or a good pocket diaper. You can get away with that for the day for forever. But so that's some information about overnight diapers in the chat for you. If you want to go check that out, it has instructions on how to make the kind of like hacked pre-fold overnight diaper. All of the other diapers that I'm talking about, there's information about them on there too. So I hope that helps. If that person happens to be watching, I know I grabbed it off the Facebook feed. If anybody does have questions, please put them in the chat so I can answer them. And say, hey, tell me what you're doing, what you're drinking, all of that stuff too. I do want to get to know you guys. There's a lot of you, I understand, but that doesn't mean we can't chat. All right, let's pull up another one. So I'm still a ways off from delivery, but I had a question. I just thought, cool, congratulations, it's coming. I know, probably everyone's telling you that. How do you take cloth diapers to the hospital? Do you use disposables that the hospital provides while you're there and switch to cloth once baby gets home? Personal decision. A hospital should definitely not give you any grief about bringing cloth diapers to the delivery room. Usually it's fine, so there's no problem there. A lot of people have some concerns about the meconium, which is baby's first poop when they're born. It's like a black, sticky, tarry substance. People are usually really worried that that's going to stain and ruin the cloth diapers. It's actually totally fine. It's a water soluble. You don't even have to spray it off. It can go right in your machine, just like exclusively breastfed poop, EVF poop. Can go right in your machine. You don't have to worry about it. It won't stain. If you do get a little bit of staining, just like you do with EVF, you're going to just dry your clean diaper in the sunshine, and that's going to totally take care of it. So Yeah, I mean, use disposables if you're overwhelmed and you have way too much going on, which is totally a possibility. The hospital will give you some disposables. If you want to use those, my dear, you go ahead. Again, there's no blood there, please. But as far as bringing them to the hospital, they shouldn't give you any issues at all. You should be good to go. You will need a newborn diaper at the hospital, 99 times out of 100. So just be aware of that. Those one size pocket diapers or whatever you're bringing will usually not fit a newborn baby. So just be aware of that. Make sure you're bringing newborns if you do bring some, and you should be good to go. All right, that helps someone out there. Um, how well do you need to rinse formula poop? I try to dunk and swish in the toilet as best as I can, but it takes more than 3 flushes, and still, yeah. Terrified of stink when I put it in the bag. Also, okay, so then she goes on to a different question. Um, don't you want to get the majority of it off? If there's like little specks here and there, yeah, and we're talking about formula, not exclusively breastfed poop, which is water soluble. So you want to get as much as you can off because what goes into your washer, if it's chunky, for lack of a better term, if it's chunky, poop in your washer will also be poop out of your washer. It won't be able to rinse away. It will come out with the diapers. So you want to make sure that you're getting anything that can't fit through your washing machine's washer filter needs to get off the diaper. So yeah, you want to be doing it pretty well. If you're having a really hard time with the Dunkin' Swoosh and you don't want to do a spray or anything like that, get yourself a really cheap spatula and just, while it's in the water, kind of scrape at it, poke at it. That'll help you out a lot. Try that. That's what I would suggest as the next kind of go-to. And then just make sure you're like cleaning off the spatula in between. Get yourself like a dollar store bin or something beside you can throw it in so it's not floating all over and getting poop germs all over. You know. And that will help you out a bit, I hope. We got a question. I got my first set of diapers from Marketplace yesterday. Congratulations! I'm curious if there's anything anyone would tell me as someone starting out. Does anyone wash with their regular clothes? So people just use pre-flats, or do they put covers on top? Okay, a lot going on there. Let's break it down. So you got your first set of diapers from Marketplace yesterday. Fantastic. If they're used, just make sure you're sanitizing them. I'll give you an article for how to figure out if you also need to strip them, only if you're worried about how the person washed them, like if they're using products that you don't want on your diapers. You can kind of tell by look and feel, so there's information in that link I just posted as well for that. If you're curious if anyone has anything you tell them as someone starting out, just don't build yourself up. Don't get overwhelmed by all of the information out there. Probably be my number one. A lot of times we would read all this information online, and we see, especially in the groups, you see all these people posting problem after problem. But we forget that there's 55,000 people in that group, and there's like what, maybe 12 issues posted a day. That's pretty good, right? Like the rest of those people are just living their lives and cloth-arbing their babies without issues. People are only posting in the group either to share things, to ask questions about what diapers are good, or to post issues. They're not posting saying, "Hey, everything's going awesome. How's everyone?" Like, I wish some people would make those posts, but generally people don't have time for that, and they're only posting when they have questions or they have issues. So keep that in mind. Don't get yourself overwhelmed. Try it, and it won't be as bad as it seems. Um, Another thing I like to tell people when I'm starting out is you just got some diapers, that's fantastic. If you buy more, make sure you're not buying a uniform. Make sure you're buying a wardrobe. You want things that will be good for when you need to change. You want things that are like super contained for when you're doing car trips. And you want to make sure you have this have microfiber for car trips and that type of thing. You want to make sure you have something good for overnight, like a half fitted and a cover. You want to have things that can grow with you and change for different situations. It's really a wardrobe and not a uniform. What else? What else can I tell you? try to do a wash routine if you can, if you're starting out. See, the thing about the wash routine, it's not always going to give you 100%. And I'm talking about the measure method wash routine that I created basically, and we promote on the Facebook group. It's where you're measuring everything so you know how big your washing machine is, so how much you can put in your washing machine, so you're aware of that. You don't overload it, you don't underload it. It's teaching you, how much detergent you can put for the amount of diapers that you're washing. It's teaching you how you need to adjust your detergent for your water hardness, which is different for everyone. So it's kind of getting you to measure all these things. It's not always going to give you a perfect wash routine, especially if you have soft water. Tend, there usually tends to be something that needs to happen. But it's teaching you how to think about how to balance your laundry so that when something happens, you can, oh, okay, maybe I need to reduce my detergent, or maybe I need to cut my load in half because I am overloading, or something like that. So it's more of a learning process. If you can do that work up front, it usually helps in the long run. That's not to say that most people have wash issues. A lot of people, they get these generic routines from other groups, and well, some people get some generic routines from the other groups, and they're fine because they happen to have super hard water, they don't know it, but it all works out in the end. So yeah, just don't overwhelm yourself. At the same time, do as much work as you can to learn first. That was a whole lot of advice I threw out at you. I hope I didn't overwhelm you there. Does anyone wash with regular clothes? Absolutely. So if you measure your washing machine and you realize, oh, I'm not using enough diapers. I'm cloth diapering part time. I'm cloth diapering an older baby. I'm cloth diapering a baby who's maybe potty training. So I'm not having enough diapers to do a full load. Absolutely perfect for your washing machine. Absolutely perfect to throw it in with other laundry. You just want to kind of be aware of what you're throwing it in with. Like, you don't want to put it in with some fitted sheets where they're going to get balled up and not really get clean properly. You don't want to throw it in with your mechanical husband's laundry, or wife's laundry that has a lot of chemicals on it. That type of thing. You just want to be cognizant of what you're putting in with it. But as long as it's like baby laundry or something like that, it's totally fine. Make sure you're not overloading your washing machine with the extra laundry. But yeah, if you're not meeting those minimums, then absolutely wash it with us. There's no diaper police. So people just use pre-flats, or do they put covers on top? If you're using pre-flats, you absolutely need a cover on top. It is just like, so pre-flat or flat, it's all the same. It's just the absorbent part of the diaper. So you absolutely need to cover it with the waterproof part of the diaper, which is a diaper cover. That could be a cover like this, it can be a wool cover, whatever you want, but you definitely need something there to waterproof it so it doesn't get everywhere. So I hope that helps. All right, let's go on. I've been taking it all in and overwhelmed going into this. Yeah, it's so easy to get overwhelmed. You're not alone for sure. There's just too much information, and we don't know about cloth diapers. Like, it's not the mainstream thing. It's not our parents and our grandparents in most cases didn't cloth diapers, so we don't have the information going into it. So we're going online, and of course, online is just a flood of information, and a lot of it is contradictory and doesn't make sense. So it's very, very overwhelming. Happens to pretty much all of us. I got overwhelmed at the beginning as well, especially because I'm a journalist in my background, so I knew that when I was having trouble finding all the answers, I was like, oh, I should make something. I didn't want to go back to work. I didn't want to do that whole thing. So I was like, oh, I can totally make something to like help people so they don't go through this. And then I had to do it. And it was super overwhelming to try and to cut out all of the noise. Don't listen to all of the noise and just focus on, okay, let's not, when I was doing this, I was, okay, let's not look at the cloth diaper information because it's all very conflicting and doesn't make sense. Let's look at actual scientific information for chemicals and detergents and things that I'm talking about. I get to understand it that way. Because if you go to the groups and you go to especially back then, the forum boards and all of that stuff, it's a lot and it's too much. I'm talking too much. I'm starting with my third child due next month. Congratulations! Wow, we have so much bigger for kids I'm wondering if I could wait just a few months until I recover from C-section. Of course, you do your thing. You do what there's no diaper police. You do what you want to do. If you want to start part-time, start part-time. If you want to wait a couple months and go full-time, do that. Do your thing. Don't not start and get yourself built up that overwhelming because that can kind of happen too. When you feel ready, start, you start. Like don't think about it too much. Just one diaper is one diaper. Start there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, congratulations. Whew. All right, let's pull another. Oops, I'll put that one down. Sorry. Professionalism. Let me grab another one from Facebook. Hi y'all. I need advice on how to add absorbency to my toddler's diaper without making them super thick. Right now we use a flour sack towel. There's your thickness. And Nora's nursing insert or skin blah, blah, insert wrapped around it. Your flour sack towel is what's giving you all of the bulk. If you want to cut down on bulk, flour sack towels are great. They're very expensive. They're accessible. They're fantastic. They're cotton. So cotton is that nice kind of middle of the road. You get the absorbency, but without the like the slow to absorbness, so that you can go very fast. So they're that nice little combination of middle of the road. But if you don't want the thickness, then you have to go to something that's a bamboo or a hemp, and something that's either pre-folded for you, like a pre-fold, so like compressed and made into a package for you, or use insert and that kind of thing, or fitted papers, that sort of thing. Um, a lot of people swear by pre-fats now, and they have like stretchy pre-fats that are very like thin and trim. Those can be a great way to go. Generally, you have to go either something like a flat or not flat, pre-flat, like stretchy pre-flat, or go the insert route where you're using like hemp and bamboo with like a thin cotton on top of it or something like that. It's really the flour sack towel that's going to do all of the bulk there. On the other hand, for nighttime, don't fear the bulky bum. Really, a bulky bum is not going to do anything other than look less athletically. So don't get too hung up on it. Unless you're using pocket diapers and it's a pocket, that's also an issue. But if it's just a visual issue, don't worry about it so much. But yeah, try other things other than the flour sack towel. See what else we got here. I washed my inserts for the first time tonight, and they were still damp after finishing. I did very dry on low temp. Should I dry on medium temp instead? Isn't it right you want to avoid high heat? You do want to avoid high heat if you're using a dryer to dry your cloth papers, because there's a lot of parts to a diaper. The elastic, the laminate on the PUL, the snaps, Velcro, all of those things are very susceptible. They're plastic, so they're susceptible to melting and kind of. It's not like literally like big melting from the dryer, but like it's like slow over time. It will kind of melt. Your microfiber inserts, they're plastic as well, so those little free bits, all of these little fibers there will slowly start to melt down so that it's not as absorbent as it should be. And then, of course, the snaps, PUL, everything will get ruined over time with all the heat. With the PUL can sometimes get ruined fairly quickly just because the plastic layer is so thin it can delaminate quick. So that's what you want to be careful on high heat. Generally, unless you're using a sanitized cycle or a high setting on your dryer, medium should be fine. It's up to you if you want to use a medium or if you want to just do low twice and do it that way. Kind of how much energy is better. Either way, I don't know. But if you need them quickly, obviously use them on the medium. Medium should be fine. Just stay away from anything that says sanitize or high or heavy duty or anything like that. So I hope that helps. What else we got? How long do you sun your diaper? So she's talking about using the sun as a stain remover. I'm not doing diapers right now, just a hand towel, but I'd be curious anyway. Okay, so you wash it, and you take it out of the washing machine, and then you hang it up to dry. So as soon as the diaper is dry, the sunning effect is really over. Either if the stain is not out, either you have to re-wet it or just do it the next time you wash them. Really, you do it until the fabric is dry, and then you have to rinse and repeat, literally, because it works when it's drying the fabric. Brands, I won't touch on those questions here. Tell me why do I have buildup excuse me. Tell me why do I have detergent buildup again? Oh, I think I saw this earlier. I use less than a tablespoon of detergent. It's pretty mild, but enough to cause barnyard. I got a new washer and dryer a few months ago, so maybe that's why. I just don't see how using less detergent can get them clean when I already don't use much as it is. I've been cloth every for almost 4 years with my 2 kids, and it seems like any slight change to my wash routine, like a new washer, sets me back to square one. So yeah, you will have to measure your new washing machine and make sure you're not overloading it. So if you have a new washing machine, chances are your old one was very old. Chances are your new one is more efficient, which means it's going to use less water and less vegetation energy power. So you definitely want to measure your washing machine again and make sure you're not putting too much in there. You're saying you have detergent buildup again. Did you do a swoosh test? Because barnyard stink is usually not caused by too much detergent. So those two things don't jive to me. I feel like you might be overloading your washing machine. Um, yeah, that would be my go-to. Measure your washing machine. Every time you do change your routine, like a new machine or a new house, you do have to measure things again because the things have changed. Like that's the thing that sucks about it all is because again, back when I was trying to figure all this stuff out, there's no standardization for washing machines. There's no standardization for detergents. There's no standardization across the board. So we really do need to measure all of these things to make sure that we're kind of trying to balance things and making it right. So I understand you're using a little bit of detergent. It probably means you have very soft water. But if you change your washing machine, you really have to make sure that you know your washing machine size and how many diapers it can hold, it can wash at a time. Because if you put too many, you won't have enough water to rinse everything clear away, and you're going to get smells or you're going to get problems. So unfortunately, that's just the way it is until people listen to me, which I don't think is going to happen anytime soon. So there's that. Um, I wish. I wish I could, hey guys, make a standard cloth diaper wash machine or something. That'd be awesome. That would make my life much easier. What things? Someone else is asking, what things will kill yeast on cloth diapers? I'm looking for as many recommendations as possible. I currently don't have bleach. Fortunately, you need to go get yourself some bleach. There's nothing else. And trust me, I've looked. I wish there was something else because people have hatred, this visceral hatred for bleach. I get it. It's stinky, but it's really not a terrible uh, product. Like it's sodium hypochlorite. It breaks down into salts once it's been used. Like it's not the terrible thing that people make it out to be. That aside, if you hate it, I totally get it. I wish there was something else that I could recommend for, yeast infections, RSV infections, all of these types of things. It's sanitizing used diapers when you get them because you don't know if the other babies that used them ever had any of those things and it was treated. You need to use bleach. There's other on hard surfaces like this table or other hard surfaces, you can use other things for mold too. You can use other things like extremely concentrated oxychemical. So, anyways, I'm running a blank, but you can use other things on it like Vinegar, like the thing that I cannot remember, the OxyClean. Let's just Google it. OxyClean. sodium percent, that's not what I was looking for. Hydrogen peroxide, oh my god, why couldn't I think of that? Okay, I apologize. Hydrogen peroxide and vinegar can be used in some situations on hard surfaces, like solid surfaces, non-porous surfaces. But once you start getting into fabric, the only thing that will work is bleach, unfortunately. There's just nothing else that will kill it. Will kill it. So you have to use it. Just use it the one time, buy yourself a small bottle, give it away to a friend after you've done it. If you have yeast, you really, really want to sanitize them with bleach so you can get it out, because otherwise you're just going to keep giving it to your baby. And you can try these other things that people are going to, these homemade recipes that people are going to tell you, but you're just going to keep getting the yeast rash over and over. So bite the bullet, do it, do the bleach soak. Don't use them again until after the rash, until 2 weeks after the rash is cleared if you want to keep using bleach. Do it once, don't put them back on until 2 weeks after the rash is cleared, and that way you won't get any more yeast spores, and go from there. It's gonna wash out. You're gonna be fine. If you don't want to use it in your washing machine or anything, buy a Home Depot tub and use it in there. You gotta use it, unfortunately. Do you have tips for ammonia smell? Depends what the cause is. So, first of all, if you're having ammonia, okay. And when I say ammonia smell, it's an ammonia smell that's hitting the diaper as soon as baby wets. It's like poof, punching you in the face, making your eyes water. That's ammonia stink. You could also get ammonia stink in your diaper pail. That's a different issue. That is urine turning to ammonia after 24 hours or in very hot conditions faster. But if it's in your diaper right away, lots of things could be going on. First of all, it's much more common in morning type diapers, especially with toddlers, because they have so much urine and it's in this hot diaper for so long, kind of brewing, that uric acid is changing into ammonia much faster than it would in a daytime diaper where you're pushing it out and airing and all of this stuff. So it's those warm, long, hot conditions that are turning it into ammonia faster. So it is more common in a morning diaper with an older baby who has more output. But if it's happening in your daytime diapers and it's not a lot, could be a lot of things going on. My first thing, because it's the easiest to fix or to find out, is to grab a bowl of warm water, clean warm water, grab a clean and dry insert or whatever you're using, in a diaper, etc. Throw it in there, squish it around, move it around, let it sit for a minute, squish. If there's any suds on the water, the probable cause is a detergent buildup. You have, you're overloading your machine, you're using detergent in your washing machine, something is leaving the detergent on the diapers, and that detergent is not getting rinsed away, and it's also holding on to bacteria. The detergent works, it kind of has two ends. One's hydrophobic, one is not. It grabs the soil. I forget the name of it now because so it has to grab something, and if it doesn't have the water to grab onto, it's going to stick onto your diaper and grab some bacteria, and that bacteria is going to change that urine into ammonia really quick. So that's usually what is causing it. If it, I don't want to say usually. A lot of times it's the cause. So if you have detergent buildup, you need to rinse that out of your diapers, rinse it out of your washing machine. Make sure you rinse all of that soap away so that your fresh and clean, and that should solve the problem. Then you can go back and adjust your wash routine so that you're not getting detergent buildup. If you do the swish test and there's nothing in that bowl, lots of things can be going on. It can be something medical, it can be dehydration, it can be some, different conditions can cause your baby's urine to change into ammonia in the body. So you want to be talking to a doctor for that. If the ammonia is happening in the pail, it's really the hot conditions. If your diapers are being stored in like a diaper decor or something, and you're not washing your diapers every day, that absolutely leads to mold, bacteria, ammonia smell like that. So it really kind of depends what's going on. My first step would be, again, if it's peeing right away, is check for a detergent buildup and go from there, because that's kind of like a definitive test you can do, right? So do it there, go from there. I know it's not a lot of help, but It's a good place to so we shouldn't use OxyClean in the diapers. That is not what I said at all in this information. Yeah, you can absolutely use OxyClean on diapers. Do I think it's beneficial? Usually not. Some people like it for stains. For the type of stains you're getting on your cloth diapers, it's probably not very effective. But if you like it to keep your whites white and all that kind of stuff, that's great. Um, it is not going to sanitize in any way. So that's what I was saying. So if you have yeast, if you have some sort of infection, mold, all that stuff, you can't use OxyClean as a substitute for bleach, unfortunately. So that's what I was saying. Um, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know what's safe besides sun bleaching for stains. Sun bleaching, it sounds really hokey, but it's actually the best thing. Like it's going to work the best. But there are some alternatives for you. I'm going to look up that right now. Stains. So in this article that I'm going to post to the chat right now, if I can find the window, I go through the different types of stains and what you can do to get rid of them because there is different types, right? There's like the poop stains, which is probably what you're talking about, or there's like the cloth paper stains, there's all stains, all of the things, right? So I go down. The best cleaner for the stain will depend on the substance that's doing the staining, whether it's poop, whether it's grease, all that kind of stuff. So I go through that there. I hope that is helpful. But really, you see the article, it's that I kind of pointed that just tried and true, anecdotal, and like through the years and testing it. This one works the best. It really, really does, and it's free and it's safe and it's great. So I know it sounds funky, but it really. That's it for there. Can you guys hear the music? I have like a lo-fi vibes going in the background. It's kind of chilling me out a little bit. Oh, sorry. Can I use old receiving blankets as boosters? Of course. I know I can use them as liners, but I wasn't sure about boosters. What are some thin boosters that you all recommend? I have been having some leaks lately since Babe has been sick and nursing more. So you can use them if you're using micro fleece or microfiber blankets. That won't work so well. Those are going to be for liners and that type of thing. If you're using a receiving blanket, generally receiving blankets are a cotton blend or straight cotton. You can absolutely use them as boosters because cotton is a great insert. So absolutely use those. Got some old t-shirts, got some old tea towels you're not using. Just make sure that if you've been using fabric softeners on them or anything like that, that you're checking them for if the absorbency works, and you may have to strip them if you're using them for that. But otherwise, go nuts. Again, there's no diaper boundaries. You can use whatever you want. And unless it's micro suede, micro fleece, not microfiber, micro suede, micro fleece, polar fleece, something like that, then otherwise it should be absorbent somehow, some level of absorbency. Or plastic, obviously. Plastic won't absorb. All right. What are we doing? 10:44. Not bad. If anybody has any questions, pop them in now. I'll do another like 15 minutes. Big question that can't put that on. Sorry, there's only some that are like written, right? Some are questions about, health, showing a picture. Is there a rule of thumb for how frequently we need to change diapers? My 7-month-old girl is making such a mess. We switched completely to cloth diapering and have a hard time changing in time before the diaper leaks. I'm so tired of changing her clothes all the time. Yeah. So a lot of people in disposable diapers will kind of let it go. You'll see that line, but it's not that much. You kind of let it go. You can't do that in cloth diapers. You really need to change as soon as baby wet during the day. You want to get first of all, you want to get that urine off the skin. You want to get that bacteria from your urine off the skin. You wanna get it, like, clean and dry and all of that. But also, yeah, they're not gonna it doesn't have these magical chemicals to, like, wick them away, and so if you're keeping that moisture on the skin, also not good for diaper rashes, etc. I know it's a little bit harder to tell in your cloth diaper when it is wet. Really, you kinda wanna get a feel for it, so you wanna be squishing the middle of the diaper. A squishy diaper is a dry diaper, a stiff diaper is a wet diaper. So, while it's clean, do some squishing and then keep squishing, and you're gonna feel the difference, and you'll kinda get a better feel for it over time. You don't have to start by squishing it. So that's how you tell. If, it's it's not that you're not checking all the time, it's that you just can't get there fast enough, then maybe you need more absorbency in your diaper. Because usually the leak will happen because people aren't putting enough absorbency at first. We've all made that mistake in the beginning. You think that you only need one or two inserts, and really you need more because your baby is sweating more. If your baby wets out 8 ounces, but you only have inserts that hold 5, then obviously you're going to get a leak no matter how fast you change that diaper. So that's something to consider as well. Also, want to make sure that the fit is good. There's no, gaps around the legs, any kind of fit issues you want to address too, because if there's a gap, there's gonna be a leak no matter, again, no matter how much absorbency or how quickly, sorry, you get it there. So keep that in mind. Cute baby pictures. You guys have cute babies. Question. So I stripped my first batch of diapers. A friend told me to use a tiny bit of bleach, but now my diapers smell a tiny bit of bleach. I ordered 3 more. Okay, so I stripped my first batch of diapers. A friend told me to use a tiny bit of bleach. So first off, bleach and stripping are two completely different processes. So stripping is using a sodium percarbonate product, like RLR, like propionine pebbles, and that's going to like literally strip the fibers of any products, any buildup, any oils, that type of thing. So that's what stripping does. Bleach, on the other hand, is to sanitize. So that won't take anything off the fabric at all, but it will kill any germs in there. So, a strip will take most of the product off, but it won't take all of it. It's still gonna leave stuff behind that could have, yeast and all these things. So you need to do both if that's the issue. So two separate processes. One is stripping chemicals and oils and that type of thing off the fabric. The other is killing everything that's on the fabric. So all the germs and bugs and live things. So two very different things. Um, but now my diapers smell like a tiny bit of bleach. Yeah, they're going to smell after you leave them. Usually the smell is, if you wash them after, usually the smell is just the smell, especially with, new mom and pregnancy brain and sort of thing. That can also, make us a little bit more sensitive to it. Usually it's just the smell, it's not a problem. There's a little bit left on the diaper. It's usually neutralized into soap at that point. So wash them multiple times if that makes you feel better. I ordered more bundles of diapers. So if you ordered them, I'm assuming they're new, which means you don't have to sanitize and you don't have to bleach. You just wash them once to get, the manufacturer's lunch off of them, and that's it. Unless it's hemp, I will say hemp you do want to wash multiple times, so it's at its maximum absorbency, but that's a special case. Um, what is everybody's favorite way of stripping diapers without bleach? Oh, I'm gonna answer this one after. Oh, stripping done without bleach. There's more about it right now. News article. She has new diapers. That will note this is for used diapers as new ones need to be stripped or sanitized. Sorry guys, 1 second. So that helps her because I don't know if she's listening. If she was listening, she gets a post. Alright. I think I have time for one more. Unless somebody has more, pop them in the chat. Now is your time, okay? Let's see what else I can find here. Are reusable wipes worth it? I'm wanting to try it out, but I'm not sure how to start and what wipes slash mixture and container to use. Do you guys only use reusable ones? Do you still buy the store bought ones too? And how do you use reusable ones on the go? Thank you in advance. We started cloth diapers 4 months, and my guy is 10 months old, and I love cloth diapers. Awesome! Yay! Good job using cloth diapers for that long, jumping in. Yeah. So, are reusable wipes worth it? It's like asking if cloth diapers are worth it. They're gonna be worth it to some people and they're not gonna be worth it to others, right? It's really a personal preference. I didn't use reusable wipes for the majority of the time that I was cloth diapering. Just never came into my orbit. Um, but yeah, are they convenient? Yes. Are they going to save you money? Yes. Are they better for your baby? Yes. There's all the benefits there, just like cloth diapers. It's really weighing of convenience versus all of those other things, right? Saving money, saving trash, saving your baby's bottom, all that stuff. So, do people? Do people only use reusable wipes? Do they use reusable wipes? Absolutely not. There are lots of people that use disposable wipes with cloth diapers. 100%. Some people use them when they're out and about. Some people use them all the time. There's no diaper police to do your thing. I find that they're more convenient when you're out because you don't have to like try and be throwing something in the trash and then try and put all the rest into your diaper bag to go home, your wet bag, sorry. Literally you can wipe baby there and then you just throw it all in the same bag and you don't have to worry about it. You can even like put it into your diaper and wrap up your diaper and put that in your bag and everything's all together. Um yeah, so there's that. Let me just read the question as I go. Um, and what wipes, mixture, and container do you use? So you can do, I don't have all that with me. I should have that next time. You can use a wipe warmer, just like regular wipes, if you want to be all with it and have like a nice warm, moist wipe ready to go. If you do use a wipe warmer, just make sure you are changing out because unlike disposable wipes, it's real fabric, real everything, so there is the chance for mold to develop. So you want to be changing that out every day. You want to be putting new wipes in new water and putting what you don't use in the laundry to be washed. Usually, after time goes by, you know how many you need in a day, so you'll be able to judge that. You won't be wasting them. Wasting them, you still just wash them and reuse them, but you know what I mean. So if you want to use the wipe warmer, just make sure you're doing that. Otherwise, you can use, just a spray bottle with some water. You can just wet them. That's totally fine. You don't really need a wipe solution. Water works fantastic, just like a water disposable wipe, right? It's supposed to be just water. I don't know if it is though, but anyhow. So yeah, just water is totally fine. If you want to add a little something to it, you can. Just be wary. There's a lot of recipes online that say you're mixing some Castile soap, which is very harsh on the skin. Some Castile soap with some like oils. Mixing soap and oil makes soap scum. So you don't want to be wiping soap scum on your baby's bottom. People aren't really thinking about the science behind that when they make these recipes, so just be cognizant of that. One or the other. Use a little bit of oil to moisturize and stuff, or use soap to cleanse, or just use water. So and on the go, again, just bring you can bring a little Perry bottle and squeeze on your wipe, or just use the sink. It's really not adding a lot. If you're already doing the cloth diapers, the reusable wipes are not adding a whole lot to it because you just wash them with the diaper. It's not, you need one bin less, making it a little bit easier, usually, in my opinion. Let's have one more. Let's do one more. asking an appropriate one. People are asking how you store things. Okay, I just tested my water. We have a hardness level of 200. Do I need to add anything to our washes? I will be using Tide Free and Gentle liquid. Absolutely not. You do not need to use anything else. You just need to adjust your wash routine. So when you have hard water, and 200 is not that hard really. I know when people are trying to sell you a water softener and are talking about pool water and that type of thing, then 200 can be considered super hard. But for the purposes of laundry, it's really not that hard. Um, so when you have hard water, what does that mean? That means you have a lot of calcium and magnesium in your water that's floating around. And when you put your detergent in, your detergent has to not only clean the soil and everything that's on your diapers, excuse me, I need a drink, but it also cleans out that mineral content in your water. So that's why if you have harder water, you do need to add a little bit more detergent because it has to grab onto those minerals on the and rinse them away, and it also has to grab onto the soil. Versus if you have very soft water or water that's been softened with salt, then it doesn't have to grab onto those minerals. So there's a lot, and it's all trying to grab onto something. So it's grabbing onto your diaper if there's not enough dirt there. So that's how you're balancing. Unless you have a ppm very, very high, you don't want to be messing with water softeners like Calgon, like borax, and everything, because you're dropping that mineral content down, and then you have the opposite issue of all this detergent is trying to grab onto something. So that's how you end up with detergent buildup on your diapers, which is much, much harder to get rid of than just diapers that haven't been cleaned great. If you're using not enough detergent, that means that there's still some soil on your diapers, some dirty stuff, and you're gonna smell it right away, and you're gonna know right away. And the cure is just to wash them again. If you have detergent buildup, it's gonna take a while before you notice that ammonia smell and the rashes and everything, and then all of a sudden you've got so much detergent in your diapers that you have to rinse like crazy in your washing machine, and it's a whole ordeal versus just rewashing them one time and then adjusting from there. So I hate when people jump to using borax and Calgon because it just creates so much more issues and so much more potential for problems than just trying to add a little bit more detergent and going from there. So that's why I'm still using Calgon and borax unless you absolutely are talking like super hard water, because then you can always counteract it with a little bit more. But anyhow, so I hope that was helpful. If anyone's wondering how to make this routine that's balanced and everything, I'm going to post one more link into the chat. It is the Wash 101 article. And in that article, you're going to see a lot. It's going to, if you just read through the article all at once, you're going to be like, yeah, it's a lot thrown at you. Don't. Just go through it step by step. Print out the worksheet. Go through the first thing, fill out the first thing, go step by step by step, and it's really not that bad, I promise you. So that's the information there on how to wash your cloth diapers. Other than that, I hope you gained something from this little Q&A chat. Thank you to everyone who joined me. You guys are awesome for asking your questions. They were great questions as always. I'll try to do this more frequently so that you have the opportunity to ask questions and we can interact like this. Because I know I'm not the best on email lately. I just get so many emails, I'm a little bit overwhelmed. I just don't have the resources to answer all the questions by email and sit on Facebook and answer all the questions. So this is great. This will be my opportunity to chat with you and answer things. So other than that, I hope you have a great rest of the day and enjoy your cloth diapering journey wherever it may lead you. Have a wonderful time. Thank you. Bye.